Hey there, Capricorn. This is your February 2019 message from Spirit, as well as we got a Celtic cross and a general theme for you guys. So as always, if you'd like to support the channel, you can give this video a thumbs up and a comment below, and give me a subscribe if you like the content. To everyone who donated, thank you so much. The link is down below if you would like to donate. So without further ado, Capricorn, I'm first going to channel Spirit's message for you, and then I'm going to get into the tarot cards because it's going to give you all the information that you need: love, money, health, wellness, so that you make the most out of February. Capricorns, if we can give you an overall theme this month, it would be you. Be you. It's about the softness of the divine mother, the softness of the divine feminine. Feminine isn't meek, it isn't weak. Feminine is being able to tap into your heart, into your emotions, and being willing to express it, whether it's good or bad. Sometimes when you grow up in a childhood situation where it hurt your mother's feelings if you were ever upset, or dad would get angry if you were ever upset that you didn't get the exact doll that you wanted, you were given a message that you expressing negative emotions wasn't acceptable. You're out of the situation now. It's about now being willing to face some of those emotions that were unpleasant, so that you can, once you face the unpleasant emotions from childhood, you'll be able to be present right here and then now, and you'll be able to say to a current person, say you're at the airport, you'll be able to tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, I just want to let you know I was here first. Hey, like if someone asks you out on a date, you'll be able to say things like, oh, if I don't know the band, I might get a little bored, instead of sucking it up to prove that you're the easygoing girl or the easygoing guy and going and sitting through a band that you don't enjoy. It's about being willing to speak up. Well, I don't know, I might find the band a little bit boring. It's being willing to express the good and the bad. That's a whole complete divine person. We'll get into the masculine energy later, but for you Capricorns, it's really about being you and being willing. Number one, being willing to admit how you feel. Two, being willing to maybe uncover some, inner child work when you were younger, so that you can come back to the now to admit who you are, so that you can express it. That's what a lot of this month is for you. And yes, a lot of you will be delighted and loved this month. You guys heard it straight from Spirit. We're going to be delighted and loved this month, fellow Capricorns. Okay, so I pulled some cards from Doreen Virtue's Power Tarot deck cards for you guys, and I did an overarching theme too, so Spirit kind of jacked my style there and did an overarching theme. Theirs was Be You. So we got from the tarot cards, we got the Emperor upright, we got the Eight of Michael upright, and we got the Four of Ariel reversed. Okay, this is actually pretty close to what Spirit said, because the Emperor is all about the person who's willing to have it all. It's about the person who's willing to, I'm okay with having more than others. I'm okay with having love. I'm okay with having children. I'm okay with having amazing support staff. I'm okay with having an amazing career. It's really about kind of being willing to have it all. And in order to do that, it looks like there is a little bit of breaking free from the past. There's a little bit of breaking free from the way your family used to do things. There's a little bit of a breaking away of just how things used to get done. And sometimes it's not even inner child work. Sometimes it's just the city that you grew up in. Sometimes it's your city might have a theme of being very philanthropic. So if you go and host an event, a lot of the city might come down on you and say, why are you charging $30 a ticket, $50 a ticket? That's ridiculous. And it can feel like a lot of pressure. You're breaking free either from some past karmic stuff, some inner child stuff, or you got to be willing to outgrow your city's energy. You're outgrowing some energy that's not serving you, so that you can be the Emperor, so that you can get this card upright. Because right now you're not fully being who you are, and you're not getting the happiness. This is just like when it's upright, happy-go-lucky. When it's reversed, not happy. So it's not saying that you're not happy, Capricorn. It's just saying in order to get the happiness in your life, You got to be willing to do this work. So that's your overall theme this month. It kind of went very well along with what they channeled for you. And so this month I pulled you guys a Celtic cross from the Lenormand Gilded Riviere Lenormand deck. Okay, and so for the basis of your month, and I might pull clarifying cards, the basis of your month. Wow. Okay, guys, there are a lot of love cards out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 love cards out. So let's see what's coming up first, Capricorns. Okay, so for the basis of the month, it looks like the underarching theme, the underarching growth that you want is you've just decided that it has to be more fun and it's upright. So you've just decided that whether your path to more money, your path to allowing in the lover, or your path to getting along with your current lover, whatever it is that you want, maybe it's the new job, maybe it's being a respected dancer, maybe it's becoming a highly successful day trader, whatever it is, you've just decided that it now has to be more fun, maybe easy, but you definitely are just in a place of, I need to enjoy it more. If I'm going to be doing this, I need to enjoy it more. So because of that, it does look like there's a little bit of clearing of old emotions for you. So you want to have more fun in life and how you're pursuing this lofty goals of yours, because it's definitely a lofty goal. But there's a little bit of you that thinks that it has to be like the journey. This is kind of like for all my fellow nerds and geeks out there, Lord of the Rings. Do you remember when they were on the path of those 2 rock mountains fighting each other? That's this card. There's a part of you that has a belief system that what you want is hard. So let's say you want money. That means you probably grew up with the parents or the grandparents who were, ha ha ha, you little entitled millennial, you better work hard. You're not working hard enough. If your boss asks you to work overtime, you better work overtime. You're overcoming a lot of limiting beliefs. Some people call it shadow work. Some people call it soul retrieval. Some people call it limiting beliefs. Some people, law of attraction calls it an old, outdated belief system, a flawed premise. It's just, you're really having to examine why you do things the way you do them. And is that energy from your mom, from your dad, from your grandma, from your grandpa, from the school that you grew up with? Because you're going to have to examine a lot of that stuff so that you can get to your happiness. But guys, you got the Harvest card as the crossing energy. So it's kind of like, once you're willing to do the shadow work, the inner child work, it's time to reap your rewards. Okay. So this very likely is a little bit of foreshadow for next month too, that it's time for Capricorns to reap your rewards. Cause there's a lot of times people, if maybe you just got out of college, or maybe you just got out of high school. And if you have the thought of, no, I need to pay my dues. I need to work hard. I need to show up 15 minutes early. And I need to stay an hour late. I need to work weekends. It's kind of like some of you are waking up to, okay, it's time for me to collect on that. I've paid my dues. Or there's some of you who are just at a place of needing to rewrite those belief systems completely. So no matter what, Capricorns, you are definitely realizing, I can't be that gosh freak dangin' workhorse that I am all the time. It needs to be more fun. Whether you're going for love, money, career, whatever it is you're going for this month, you're like, universe, make it more fun. And so from that, you have to do the shadow work. Because what that looks like, guys, it's called an upper limit. So there's an upper limit for how much love, happiness. You just have this default thermostat level for how much happiness you allow into your life. When you go above it, let's say you get a bonus or a big pay raise at work, that's when you crash and you get in a fight in the other day of life to kind of balance things out. So what you want to do is you want to increase the amount of overall happiness that you allow into your life so that you can have the love, so that you can be the emperor. You can have the love, the money, the support staff, the travel, the children, the wife, so that you can literally have it all. And there's 2 main ways to do that. There's the Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks way of doing it, where because think of the upper limit as the threshold. You have an upper limit and a lower limit. To increase this upper limit to allow more love, and that's when you do the law of attraction work, those mantras, the affirmations. I'm expanding each and every day in health, wealth, love, and abundance every single day, and I love it. Some of this is a modifying from Gay Hendricks, the Big Leap, guys. I'm expanding each and every day in the amount of love that I allow into my life, my body, my core, my being, my DNA, my breath, the way I breathe, the way I see things, my body, my inner being, the part of me that's always connected to source, to spirit, is help rewriting these so that I can allow in more and more and more and more good. I allow more good in my life. So that's just how you increase the upper limit. You go on, it's called rampages, where you just talk about the new that you want in. I allow love in. I allow more money in. Okay, so that will increase this one up. If you increase this one up, though, this one still acts as your bottom anchor, your bottom threshold of how much negative you allow into your life. So to clear this one up, which you're definitely being guided to for the combo that I just showed you, you got to do the shadow work. It's just take an inventory. Go, let's say you're looking for love. That's where you could do, what do I think being married will be like? Well, I think it'll be a lot of work. I think I'll have to baby my husband. I think I'll have to make that inventory of all the good and all the bad so that you at least are aware of your starting point. It's just your starting point. You're like, it's okay to be me. It's okay to have these thoughts. It's okay to be right here at this launching pad. And then just examine it. Well, when's the first time that I had the thought that love is a lot of work? When's the first time I had that thought? And then you can go back and allow that memory to come up. Oh my God, mom was always talking about how hard it was to go to work, to come home and cook, take us to school, and to take care of dad. When you become aware of that, you can release her energy back to her so that you can rewrite and create a new belief system within you. So that's one way to do inner child work. I have a meditation up on my YouTube playlist that will help Capricorns. I think I actually titled it Confidence. If you find I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but it's a meditation playlist, and there's only one meditation in that playlist. I think it's called Moving Past Insecurity, Moving Past Fear. I don't remember the full name of it, but that should be able to pull it up. If not, enough if you comment on here, and I'll go dig up the link and link it for you guys. But that will really help you guys shadow work. It's going to help you guys because it looks like coming up in the recent past for you guys, you had a letdown in love. You had a disappointment in love. But what this is letting you know, let me pull some clarifying cards. Okay, so you had a letdown in love, but this is really letting you know that you workhorse Capricorns, you're actually at a place where you're ready to prioritize love in your life. You don't want to be all work and no play anymore. Now you're like, I need some nookie and the money. Okay, so you had a disappointment in love, and the clarifying cards for that. All right. Okay, guys, so Spirit clearly wants you to do some inner child work and some shadow work because the disappointment in love came from one of the limiting beliefs is that there's definitely, for a lot of Capricorns, that love is a lot of work, that if you have an amazing love life, you can't have an amazing work life. If I get a lover, I'll get so focused on him that I won't focus on my career. If I get an amazing lover, I'm going to spend every waking minute with him that I won't be building my career. So that's a belief system that you got to burn. Burn that, Capricorns. Burn that. Because you can have love and money. So this belief system, you want to go back and say, well, when was the first time that I had the thought that love means you're scattered? Love means that you can't focus on you. Because, guys, all that love is your best friend. A lover is your best friend that has the genitalias that you like to play with. It's your best friend who you can also have sex with. But it's your best friend, and your friends want you to succeed. If you get someone who, oh, you never spend enough time with me. Oh, you're always so busy with work. They're not your best friend. Don't date them. It's about being willing to recognize they're not my lover. You got to rewrite that belief system, though, that you can have love and career, that you can have love and money. It's not once you get married, that's it. You have to be a stay-at-home mom. You got to be a stay-at-home mom. Your career is done and over. No, you don't have to get that. Okay, so that's one belief system that some of you are working through. The second belief system that a lot of you have to rewrite. Oh, sorry. Let me go back to this one. So you want to do the shadow work for the lower upper limit to when's the first time that I thought that if I had love, I can't have money and work. You want to just kind of go back to the first memory. Maybe a couple memories will come up and you just kind of want to release them and experience them. To get the upper one up, you want to do things like I allow love in. I allow myself to see how I can have love and money. I allow myself to see how I can have love, money, and success. I allow myself to just see how it could positively work out for me. I'm ready to become aware of how I can successfully have both. Because who knows, maybe your best friend will help you with work, you know, and you'll get sex. So win-win. Okay, the second belief system that you Capricorns are working out right now, that's this one. And this is the one, this card, when it's reversed, it means, when they're reversed, guys, it just kind of means you're not even aware of the limiting belief holding you back. When they're upright, it means you're aware of it, but it means you got to do the work to get over it. So if it's reversed, it means you're not aware of it. There's a little bit of you that think that love is for the lucky few. Love is a hard maze to navigate through. Love is a complicated maze. Love is fragile. Love is, it's so delicate. You have to walk on eggshells because you have to say the perfect thing at the perfect time or you're going to upset them. I have to be perfect in order to get love. So follow the advice that I gave for this card. When's the first time that you thought that you had to be absolutely perfect to get love, that you have to have the perfect body, you have to have the perfect income, you already have to have the house bought, you already have to have traveled internationally, you already have to have every single thing of your life together before you can get a lover. No, guys, yes, be independent, be able to handle your emotions on your own. But come on, guys, sometimes you want someone to like buy the house with them together. Sometimes you want to travel with someone. So why get it all done before you're going to be with your lover? Okay, so there's definitely, look at that. Look at that. That's a freaking snake in a venomous position. So this is a belief system that you guys aren't aware of because it did show up reversed. But another one that you guys are working through, Capricorn, is that love hurts. I'm not going to go through love because divorces are hard. I saw the struggle my parents went through divorcing. I'm not going to put myself through that pain. Love never works out. This is also I'm afraid of dating someone and then finding out that they're a narcissist. I'm afraid of dating someone and then finding out that they tricked me and fooled me the whole time, that they didn't really love me. This is the card of afraid of being tricked and fooled in love. So this is probably going to be a painful inner child work, shadow work, whatever you want to call it. When you go back to when's the first time I felt like an idiot around someone I loved? You know, did your mom when you were younger, maybe you were at school and she embarrassed you in front of your classmates. She walked you to school, maybe, I don't know, maybe said something like, why are you wearing that? You look silly. And then all the kids turned and pointed at you. When's the first time that you felt tricked, fooled, embarrassed by love? You got to revisit that. And you got to let yourself, if the memory comes up, you got to fully feel the emotion. In psychology, I'm forgetting the name of the book, but it's like the body still remembers. When something traumatic happens, even if you process it in your head logically, the energy gets stored in your body. And the only way to release that is if you fully feel the emotion of that event. So you're probably going to cry. But once you cry and get all these out, guys, this card will be upright. And this is your lover's looking for you card. Okay. In terms of what's going on for you guys at the current moment, though, all right, this is a good card, Capricorn. In the current moment, Capricorn, you've got, this is just look at that. All the chakras are balanced. You got the rainbow. You're definitely starting to feel hopeful. And everyone out there, law of attraction, as you start feeling better about it, that's when you're on the right path. If you feel bad when you think about a topic, whatever it is you want to manifest, you're going in the wrong direction. When you feel good about it, you're going in the right direction. So you're starting to turn in the right direction. You're starting to feel very hopeful about what it is you want. We got Capricorn to get so many love cards. And everyone who's watching this live, I can't see the chat right now, so apologies if you guys are saying something that needs to be seen. So going into the near future. Okay, so this is going into the near future. You guys are clearing up a lot around love this month, Capricorns. Going into the near future. So this is a love card, but this is a love card kind of about that you're not admitting and you're hiding that you want love. You're not fully admitting that you want the mushy gushy, that you want the romance. This is kind of like the woman. I'm just going to use a female example of I don't need a ring to prove that he loves me. I don't need that. But yet deep down inside, you want that amazing pop and ring. This is the, oh, if I marry like a guy with money, he'll never give me enough attention. So I don't want a guy with money. But deep down inside, you want a guy who can provide. Think about it. You're going to be vulnerable for about 3 months as you give childbirth, where you may not be able to earn money. What's wrong with wanting a guy who can provide a bit, guys? It's just, you're not fully admitting the qualities that you want in a partner. So let's say if you're a man, this might be, I am using the stereotypes, guys. I'm being cliche right now, but it's mainly because I want to highlight for you guys what it is that you need to go through so that you can get the love that you want into your life. So for guys, it might be you do want a sexy little vixen. You want someone who, maybe you want the really skinny girl. Maybe you want the really curvy girl. Maybe you just want the girl who's so confident in her body and you don't care if there's a couple extra pounds on there. Or maybe you want the curvy girl, but your size doesn't matter. I need to not be that way. And you're like not dating who you really like. Guys, this is really about going into the future. You really need to admit, Capricorns, what turned you on. What turned you on? Do you like that really bulk guy? Do you like the tall, lean guy? Do you like the middle build? Do you like, what turns you on? Because it's okay to have physical attraction. You got to be okay with wanting physical attraction so that it becomes upright, and then you get the flower and the love note. You got to be, what turns you on? What like physical chemistry? It's okay to want that. It's okay to like admit that I do want a best friend. I want someone who I can see myself partnering with and make a good financial future for myself too. It's just going to the future. You're really going to have to admit what it is you want in a partner. And I can just tell you, I mainly have female clients. So males, sorry, I can't give you as much specific advice here. But one of the biggest things that all the women who have come to me for love coaching, I do have room for coaching right now, guys. If you go to my website, kellylunt.com, I've opened up spots for mediumship reads. So if you'd like to connect with a crossed over loved one, I have those up on my website. Just go to the Work With Me page. I also have 90-minute intensives, but if you'd like to go on a journey together, 6 months, 9 months, I have one spot open. So go ahead and go to the Work With Me page on kellylunt.com. You can go ahead and apply. But women have a hard time admitting that they want a man who can financially provide. They're like, oh, but I work on my own, but I this, but I that. And the way I help them like kind of see that it's okay to want a guy who can provide, it's not about a guy who has a lot of money, because it can be, I know a guy who he earns a third of what I earn, but he's financially better than me because he's much more budget savvy. He really plans for the future. He like saves a lot better than I do. So it's not about the amount of money he earns. It's about his ability to provide. And it's admitting that, do you want the guy who's intrinsically motivated to provide vacations for his children? Do you want the father who's intrinsically motivated to provide the better school system for your children? Do you want the father who's intrinsically motivated to get your children the clothes they want to wear? And then it's like, you got to be okay with like the fact that like money does matter. And everyone's going to have different income levels that they want. Everyone's going to have that. But it's really taking a hard look, Capricorn, about admitting what does turn you on sexually, what does turn you on happy-wise, what does turn you on with the type of activities you like to do. And it's kind of like you got to be willing to admit those, because law of attraction, ask and it is given. Step 1, ask. You have to do the ask or you don't get it. I think even Jack Canfield teaches that you have to ask. You have to ask. Like, guys, you have to ask. So many of my clients get amazing results, like 250,000, like 0 date Sahara Desert to living with their Italian stallion, all because we just take a look and feel those uncomfortable emotions. She felt alone. She felt abandoned. She felt bored. And then I was like, well, what would make you happy? She's like, oh my God, I want to love her. And then plop, he plopped right in. You have to admit what you want, guys, and you'll get it. Okay, in terms of your personal power, oh, guys, Spirit's just getting fucking deep with you guys this month. Your personal power this month, Capricorn, is about admitting that there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. And that it's not all you in love. This is another love card, guys. It's, you see this joining together? It's 2 people coming together. You do not need to be the staircase way over here. It's about admitting that love takes 2 people. Two people, two energies, two efforts, two people wanting it to work out. In the past, well, you've probably had a lot of this love disappointment because you've been the one putting a little bit more of the effort. You've been the one putting a little more of the, okay, well, I'll be the emotionally mature big one this time around. You've been the one like maybe sacrificing a bit more, just putting in more energy and effort. And like your personal power this month is to recognize that you want to make them happy and they want to make you happy. So don't settle for someone who doesn't want you happy. Okay, in terms of, this is outside influences. Oh, interesting. Outside influences, Capricorns. Okay, this is the message from spirit guides to you right now. Outside influences, Capricorn is really trying to tell you this month, like, don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your dream. It's pretty short, pretty simple. Don't give up on your dreams, Capricorns. You can have it all. In terms of your hopes or fears this month, it looks like this is a little bit of, it's both for you, okay? So this is the fear. What if I get married and I'm not happy? What if I find a boyfriend and it's not fun? I'm married, now what? It's the love is not fun. There's just a fear of love isn't going to be fun. So if you're single, that's preventing the lover from coming in. If you're in a marriage, you're like, well, love's not supposed to be fun. Okay, let's pay all the bills. Let's clean. There's just this little fear that love's not fun. So it's just making things unfun. In terms of hopes, this is also the you gotta, they're repeating the message so many times to you guys. It's about admitting that you do want love, that you do want a friend. You do want a friend who's going to go run around with you and play and like go do things with you. Okay, in terms of your outcome this month. Okay, in terms of this outcome this month, as of right now, if you do some of those kind of like the shadow work, inner child work, it looks like this is definitely an awesome month for you upping and amping your vibration of love for the quality of lovers that you call in. And what that means is it's not about money. It's not about education. This is about you are shifting your vibration so that you attract in someone who loves you. Gone are the days of you having to insist your way, insist that they respect you, insist that they cherish you, sit there in long negotiations to make sure everyone's met. It's about finding a lover who just naturally wants to please you, and you naturally want to please them too. It's really about upping your vibration to start calling in like people who just love you and want to see you thrive and succeed. So all of this work is going to be worth it, Capricorns. For a general message, I've never just seen one on love. So guys, if you're still here at the end, there are mediumship readings available on my website. If you have a crossover loner that you'd like to meet with, just go to kellylunt.com. You'll just click the link to book on the work with me page. You'll be redirected to a typical checkout page. And then right after that, you'll be redirected to a scheduling calendar to lock in our time together. I think that's it for announcements. So love you, Capricorns. Good luck this month with love and clearing up some of those old belief systems. Bye.